So let's get started with the final and most important step, which is to create your meal plans and shopping lists. From this home page, you'll see two ways to access that. You can create new meal plans from scratch and shopping lists, or you can access your saved meal plans. For now, let's start here. And here you can see a list of some past meal plans that I've created. You're able to edit these, delete them, or clone them at any time. But for now, let's start by creating a meal plan from scratch. So we can define the group. Let's say this is test group 1, and then define the number of individuals that are in that group. If you'd like to, you can define them by their appetite size. So if you've got several small kids or individuals with large appetites, you can specify the amount of each here, or if you'd prefer, you can have them all be the same in this middle row. So let's say 25 individuals. You can type some notes about that group, maybe who has dietary restrictions or when the meals should be served. Those sorts of things can be spelled out here. And then it's time to specify the dietary restrictions. Now, in my profile in the upper right of the screen, if you've turned on the automatic calculation of substitute ingredients and have indicated those substitutes in the recipe, then you'll see two columns here, the check boxes for the possible dietary restrictions, as well as a slider for the number of individuals with that dietary restriction. If you haven't turned that on, you'll just see the check boxes, and that's fine too. There won't be any automatic calculations for substitute ingredients in that case, and either way is just fine. In this case, I've got it turned on, so let's say that we've got wheat and gluten, and we've got 3 individuals with that dietary restrictions. We've got 1 beef, 1 pork, 1 poultry, and 1 egg. So I've checked those off to say that these are the dietary restrictions that are present in the group. Now the final step here is to actually build out your meal plan. So on the left, you'll see a list of the recipes that you've created in that first step. And on the right, you'll see a grid indicating the breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack or beverage by day. So we can start by defining the dates and say, this is going to be a 3-day trip or event. And then we can just drag and drop the meals that we'd like to serve into the appropriate cell. So you can see, we'll build out the breakfast there, maybe tea and coffee. You can add multiple recipes per row, and I won't build out the whole thing here, but you can make sure that each meal has some option being served. In the event that you don't have automatic substitutes being calculated, or if you'd like to serve an alternate meal as a second option, or to the individuals that have those dietary restrictions, you want to serve them a completely different meal, you can always add a second option. So maybe the ricotta eggplant rolls have some dietary restrictions in them that you don't want to serve. You can just drop a second meal plan in there. And in the next step, we'll define how many individuals we should plan on for each one of those. If you notice this orange triangle next to the meal, this is a way that Wholesum is indicating to you that one of the ingredients or more in this recipe may have a potential conflict with a dietary restriction that you checked off above for the group. So you're still welcome to serve these meals, but it's letting you know that there might be a dietary restriction. If you've turned on automatic calculation, it should accommodate for that automatically. So now that we've built out the meal plan, we can see which meals are served there. And as I mentioned, this is the step where you can indicate how many individuals will be eating that meal or having that beverage. By default, all of the individuals in the group, 25, which is what we specified above, will be having this meal. And if you'd like fewer, you can slide it down. So maybe only 15 of the individuals are coffee drinkers and only 5 of them drink tea. And then when you see a duplicate meal, so for example, in this case, above we put ricotta eggplant rolls and Indian spice couscous with chickpeas as 2 alternate meals for this dinner on the 20th. We can say, well, only 10 people are going to have the eggplant rolls and 15 are going to have the Indian spice couscous with chickpeas. So now that we've done that, we can click Save Meal Plan and Create Shopping List, and you'll see the final output. So here we'll see a summary of the meals that we've created. you'll see a quick calendar of the meals for each day. You have the option to download an Excel spreadsheet or PDF, which are worth exploring. And here you'll see the actual shopping and packing list. So here you can see each meal that's being served, as well as the ingredients that you would need in order to serve those meals. You can check them off to indicate that they've been purchased or packed already. And as we scroll on down, you'll see each one of these recipes with the ingredients that they'll need scaled up to the number of individuals eating them. The PDF export has a really similar output. Let's open this up quickly. And this one is an easy one to print or share or email if you need to. And you'll see the finished list, as well as what's been checked off, a calendar of what's served when, and instructions for each recipe, along with ingredients scaled up to serve the number of individuals being served that meal. So that's just a quick overview of how to create your meal plans. If you have any questions, feel free to click the Contact Us link and send a message. And feel free to check out our other videos for other tips and tricks on how to make your meal planning go as smoothly as possible. Thanks so much. Take care.